Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to see how to throw objects in Godot 3D. In previous tutorials we saw how to pick up objects in Godot. Now we want to throw them. We start from the bottom up. We open our hand torch and edit its pickable script. We just need to add a new function, getThrown. Input is a vector 3D called impulse that brings information about strength and direction. We reset target to stop following the hand and restore rigid body mode so it will be affected by physics. Then we apply a central impulse using the input parameter. We add to mannequin scene. In pick hand we add an animation player. Then we edit the script adding some new variables. A reference to the new animation player, a var to charge the strength used to throw, and a couple of export vars that will set the speed of strength charge and max value. In unhandled input, we add a check on the fire event. If fire event is pressed while an object is picked, it starts a throw charge animation. We need to add a couple of details to input management, but since these are not instant actions, we will use process function. When an object is picked, we check if fire is pressed, and while it is pressed, we increase the value of strength using delta times strength speed, and we use min function to stop at max strength. When fire is released, we play throw animation. Before creating the animation, we need two more functions. A release object calculates a direction. It uses pick hand position to get the front direction, the axis. It is the interaction area of the right end, not the end position itself, otherwise throw directions would depend on the end position during the animation. It applies the strength and a small up vector on the y-axis to give it a parabolic trajectory. It finally resets both the picked objects and the picking flag. Last function is resetHand, that resets strength value to 0 and stops inverse kinematics. Now that we have all functions, we go back to animation player and, in its panel, we add throw charge animation. To work, we need to enable inverse kinematics so we can see the position affecting the model. We make a very short animation, 0.5 seconds. We select end position and set initial keys for both location and rotation. Then we move the animation cursor to 0.5 seconds and move up the end and rotate it. Then apply rotation and location. To make the next animation, we duplicate throw charge and change its name to just throw. Then we set the length to 1 second and invert the frames, so that raised end is at 0 seconds and lower end is at 1 second. We just need to select and drag the keyframes. We try the animation and we need an extra keyframe at 0.4 seconds to give the arm its max extension. We change position and rotation so that the pose is right. Finally, we add a new animation track of type call method. In the prompt, we select pick hand as the node to animate. Then, place the animation cursor in the right spot, about 0.2 or 0.3 seconds, and right-click to insert a new keyframe. It will prompt to select all possible methods. Search for release object. Then we do the same in the last keyframe. We insert a new call function keyframe and call resetHand. Now we can try it. As you can see, we can throw an object using a few lines of code. Using inverse kinematics may not be the best solution, but it is very good if you need to prototype and you don't have a pre-made animation. Anyway, you can use most of the techniques we saw today also with pre-made animations. I hope you liked this tutorial. See you next time.